Hello, family. Welcome once again. This is Empowerment Network. And for those who are new here, my name is Comfort Confor. I am joined again by a powerful panel. Oh, they are all men. I'm just seeing this now. All right. I think I'm up to the task, guys. I'm strong. So, guys, I don't know. Did you see the topic? Unpassive made me to dream again. So let's begin to see some chats. Let's see, what do you think when you saw this topic? What came to mind? Is somebody dream again? Can someone dream again? Is all lost? Is it all lost? However, someone says no, that's not the case. I can dream again. Hello, Mr. Gideon Ezemba from Nigeria. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Comfort. Thank you for having me here. I appreciate being here. Welcome also Aaron Jones from Kenya and the best.
Yes, thank
Stay
you.
tuned,
Hello, Mr.
guys.
Burks.
Stay tuned. It's gonna be epic.
Yes, thank you. Mr. Burks, you are welcome to this show.
Very formal, Comfort. Very formal. Hi, happy. You can
Oh
call
my
it
God.
happy. Yeah, happy Wednesday. Thursday. What's
Oh,
Thursday? It's
it doesn't
Thursday. I'm
seem
losing.
happy.
I'm
Is it
losing the
because you're
plot.
formal that you fail to be happy? Because all right, Andy, please
I'm
go take.
always happy. Come on, that's not fair.
We didn't see you up, so how do we know you're happy? Look at that. And of course, none else but our own Aaron, all the way from Kenya. Welcome, my brother.
Thank you very much, sister.
All
How are
right.
you?
Yeah, sure. I'm fine. Thank you. Thanks for joining us this evening. Thank you for coming, guys. Let's discuss. Somebody can dream, can still dream again. It's never late. If you thought that it was late, the time is actually now. So, Unpassive made someone to dream again. Aaron, we just want to hear from you. We've been chatting and chatting. You just want to tell everybody what you have told me. How did you find Unpassive? What happened shortly before you found Unpassive? And the journey, just share anything that you have in mind. Me and my brothers are happy to listen.
Thank you very much, Sister Comfort. Hi, Gideon. Hi, Andy. Thank you very much for this opportunity. My name is Aaron Jones, and I'm from Kenya. And today is Wednesday, and it's really beautiful to be here with you people. My journey is quite interesting. Okay, I'm a university student around here in Kenya. Taking IT, that's BBIT, Business Information Technology, and I'm also a baker and a personal chef as well, if you need. My journey has been quite an interesting one uh, in the field of entrepreneurship and trying to man up from being a boy to being a man. Uh, it's quite an interesting one, I'll say. But through ups and downs, I've got to encounter a lot, quite a lot. Um, so, how did I get to hear about OnPassive? That was quite a while before hearing it. I got to have the apps whereby I actually had and actually owned an hotel. Then COVID came, struck me down. I did a lot of other investments up with online marketing and all these games that we get into, failed, won at the same time. Then during the time of COVID, that's when everything escalated and I was actually giving up with life. I got to a state of devastation, you know, where I actually thought of, why am I even in this world? What's in there for me? And actually, the world showed it like to me that uh, you don't need to be here. You just go home. How did that happen? When I was trying to get up back on my feet, my parents had a crisis. Actually, four of their workshops, they are carpenters here in Kenya, and four of their workshops were burnt down. And you see, and now as the elder son, I was like, wow, what a hit is this? Uh, when everyone called me, they were trying to reach me because they were not able to reach my parents. That's my mom, my dad, and I actually even tried calling my mom that day, and she was not picking up. And you see, it's everywhere in the news that this place is burning down, and you can see the fire. They're like, did my mom not run away? Did my dad not run away? Where was I had to actually drop everything down and see when everyone is calling you about your parents that they are not able to reach them. That got me like, what is happening? What is happening? For a moment, my heart stopped and shed a few tears, but I got up on my knees and dashed home. Yeah, from where I am, I'm in Nairobi City, so I had to rush back home. Um, Along the way, I tried calling some people. They're not still finding my mom, and my mom is not picking up. Then I called my dad. Apparently, he got to pick up, and he told me that he's okay. So that calmed me down.
Okay.
I,
Yeah, I just wanted, I was getting, my heart was beating really fast, but I'm really happy to hear that your dad is okay. And I spoke to your mom. I just want us to discuss this because at least I've gotten what I really wanted us to pick on, right? But then if you can tell us after that, how did you get to know about ONPASSIVE, please?
I got to know about OnPassive is through a brother whom we get to fellowship with. He actually approached my parents. His name is Saif Mutia. I really thank that gentleman for coming into our life at this particular moment in life, where we don't know what to do. So he approached my dad, and I don't have anything. I don't have money. I don't have gold. I don't have silver. But what I can get to share with you will actually get to be something worth a gold and a dime for you in future. Because by that time, it was all speculations of future.
Mhm.
Then by then, my dad told him, call my son, tell him about it. The guy told me because, of course, he doesn't have any much details about it. So whatever he just knew, that's what he shared. So I had to go back and do the research, and I was like, Dad, let's pick this. We've lost a lot of money. Let's pick this. $97 is not quite much. Yeah, it's not quite much to lose. Like, what do we have to lose? We have already lost everything. Let's go ahead and do it. So I, my mom, my dad got to get into it. Then later, my sister and my brother, and that was it. We got into on passive, and here we are trying to enjoy and happy, very happy. Like
Wow.
it gives us every day, we are hoping for the best and praying about it and saying on passive, thank you Wash Mufara, I thank you very much. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's powerful. Andy, when I listened to this, I thought that we need to bring it here because how many people are out there who have lost it all? That sounds like the day hell broke loose because you lose your business as a son, your parents lose their business as parents, everything is just going wrong. But then many people, when they get to that spot, they're just like, it's useless being here anymore. There's nothing good can ever come their way. But then OnPassive brings the hope and they embrace it. So I just want you to comment on this in such a way that we give hope because we don't know how many are out there in this situation, worse or even better. But then they need to know about us here, Andy.
I'm a great believer in karma, and I'm a great believer in there are no coincidences in life. Everything happens for a reason. We may not know or understand the reason at the time it happens, but it comes to us later. So, when we lose a job, I was working running an office with a sizable number of staff in Dubai and lost my job. And you going from this pinnacle to nothing overnight, and at the time I was very upset, but what it does do is it opens the door for something else to happen, and I couldn't be happier with the fact that that has happened or did happen. So and this is just the same. We Ash mentioned this on one of the webinars. You maybe get 2 or 3 opportunities in life that are that come your way. Some people take them, some people don't, and we've been given an opportunity, offered an opportunity with what's going on with ONPASSIVE by a man with heart, or from a man with heart, and that's something you don't come across very often, and many people are skeptical because of it, and they go, oh, that can't be, that can't be right, he's not going to do that, nobody does that. Well, it is fact, that's what's happened, and as I said, everything happens for a reason. So yeah, like you, my business went in COVID. I think that was done for a reason, but we won't go there. And at the end of the day, it's flowered and bloomed. It's like a forest fire, and then overnight things start to grow again, and you see the new buds coming through, the new opportunities coming through. So I think that for me, that's really where I like to think we have this opportunity. Many are going to take advantage of it. We are currently 3 million, roughly, let's say, for argument's sake, 3 million. And by the end of the year, we could be, within a year, we could be 100 million. Okay, now if that's the case, we're 3%. And then you get 300 million, that's 1%, and so on. So, this opportunity is something that's very special. If you were given the opportunity to be, in the top 1% of Facebook or Amazon or Microsoft and what have you, you'd have jumped at the chance. So
Wow.
Back to you, Comfort.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Andy. I like the analogy of the burnt forest because I have an idea, and normally the regrowth is always like more beautiful even than the original itself. So true, everything happens for a reason. So Gideon, if you are ready, please, would like to know your contribution to where we are now, please.
Yeah, yes. Thank you very much. It's actually uh, mind rendering or heart rendering to, if we go down memory lane to remember all that has happened in our lives. Different persons, different stories. But it comes down to maybe struggling, getting something, losing it, learning some lessons, falling forward, and all that. But everything to me, I've summed everything up and I've seen that it is far, far better to look at the positives than the negatives. And of course, one of the most greatest positives I have experienced is being in ONPASSIVE. Before I came into ONPASSIVE, it has always been a kind of a life of struggle, knowing where you are coming from and wishing you will never remain there, trying to move one step at a time beyond where you are to the next space, and then facing challenges and trying to meet up with those challenges. So at a point recently, I was discussing with my inviter, and we are talking about how is it now that we are coming into ONPASSIVE, not like today, but how is it at this moment that we're coming into ONPASSIVE? And I'm going to quickly talk about the answer we gave ourselves with what has happened in the past. Being in one business or the other, lost money, maybe made a few money and then lost a whole lot over and over and over again. At the time in 2020, just a few weeks off the COVID stay at home, when people were about to move out briefly and all that, about in June 2020 was when I came into ONPASSIVE. I am myself and my inviter, we used to do different businesses, and we have decided not to do any business that does not have physical products. Like, all those ones, go here, do this, you get this and you get that. After tomorrow, it's gone. So we have vowed that we will never put hand in any other thing that is not physical. In short, it's better for us to do 9 to 5 than to go and do those things. That's how we have come to some certain conclusions. But when we saw ONPASSIVE, I was the one that even moved him and said that we have not registered. I think this will make a whole lot of sense. And then, just as we Andy has said, and I think also Aaron said, we've lost a lot. So what is there now? $100, 102, 97. Is that what's going to kill us? And we took that challenge, and here we are today. So why is it now, after all these years, that we came into ONPASSIVE. Why didn't ONPASSIVE come like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when the struggle was just, we're just entering the struggle? Why not? So that we just enter easily. But then, these were years of preparation. Those years were years of preparation. Now, take for instance, you or anyone listening to me right now, if you have $20 million in your bank account, and someone is telling you about ONPASSIVE, that you can sign up for Connect at $250 or $240, and then you can make a life-changing income over the years. Will you believe that? Maybe not. So if someone is so well off, you will not be seeing the things that will change his life. So I see it as a preparation for me or some other person to be in the kind of state where I am by the time I found ONPASSIVE. That was why I could see it. Perhaps I wouldn't be able to see it. And then that's a very something I hold so well as being a blessing from God Himself. So
Wow.
most times when we fall or when we have that situation that put us down, it
Mm-hmm.
only takes us standing up one more time to be able to see the light that is there at the end of the tunnel.
Wow.
By God's grace and by ONPASSIVE, Mr. Ashmufare and all the people working to make ONPASSIVE become what it is and beyond, we have something very huge in our hands. And right now, myself and many of you and every other person can dream again. So we can think of those things we never thought is possible before. After
Mm-hmm.
we have struggled and failed so many times, we are just like, okay, let's just do normal thing, 9 to 5, whatever we can do so that we can get going. Maybe find something to do, eat, feed, and some other things like that. Just normal, just live normal life. But it is
Right.
beyond that now. Can
Mm-hmm.
live beyond normal life, person.
Wow.
So it's a very
Wow.
great privilege. Yeah.
Another powerful contribution. I really do appreciate the various perspectives from which you come, and everything actually adds up. So Aaron, Wycliffe says ONPASSIVE will erase all our past. I'm just happy. I know that earlier on you already ended your presentation by making us understand that right now your mom and dad, you're very happy and stuff. So would you really agree, like confirm that yes, ONPASSIVE has either it's erasing, or it's going to erase the past, all the laws and stuff?
Oh yes, oh yes, every day. We believe, and what you always tell my dad, because my dad is the shell, the car is the backbone of the family. I always tell him, Dad, when everything starts running, you'll not have to worry again. You'll not have to worry again. Yeah, that's what we always get to tell him. Yeah. So yeah, on passive is really going to change our lives and erase our memories.
Right. That's very powerful. And I think I'm not going to ask that because any other person would say same. Like Gideon Riley said, like Andy said, we all have had horrible past, but now it's all about smiling till infinity. What a joy to be part of this. So Andy, what other thing that Aaron made us understand is the fact that he is not only a student, he is a baker and he is a chef. So, do you think ONPASSIVE supports you to have this much, and can you succeed with all of this on this platform? It's just to share the opportunity. So many young people are watching; they don't know that they can put all of these together. But then, I just want to hear from you what you
Uh,
think about.
um, Ash has made it very clear. I I, I want to say one thing before I come to this. Actually, we don't know what the future holds, but we've got a good idea. But today is present, and that is our present. Now you can do present as in the time, but you can do present as in I'm going to unwrap it, and that's exactly what we've got. Now the reason I love this more than anything else I've ever come across is twofold. First of all, the opportunity is assists those that don't understand the full system. So, like Marty is exceedingly good at email marketing. Look at the customer base he's built up. Brilliant, fantastic. I've never been involved in that before, and it's an extremely expensive learning curve, as Marty will clearly tell you. I mean, he's been doing it for 20 years. So if you are able to find a company that does that component, or does the components that you don't understand how to, and as I said, normally it's a very expensive learning curve, buying traffic, getting the ads correct, and doing email marketing, all of these various things in order to acquire customers. If the system is an automated system in order to allow people access to the bits and pieces that they can't do, there isn't a better business anywhere. Okay, because I cannot be a jack of all trades. I can learn, but that might take me years. I don't want to take years to learn. And believe me, over the last 4 years, I have learned a phenomenal amount about all of these things. And as you well know, I'm not technically minded. I'm a numbers, figures guy. So having that opportunity is, for me, beyond belief. Now anyone, and I mean absolutely anyone, who's 18 and over and able to run a company can have a business. The thing is, with most businesses, you have to have a storeroom or a shop front or some physical assets. This opportunity, you don't need that. The other thing that you need to do is you need to buy constant stock, like Peter has the convenience store. So you're constantly buying stock. So you're constantly getting deliveries, and you have to put it on the shelves and everything else. No, we have a digital shop, and you pay one time for that product, and that flies off the shelf, but it's still there. It remains there. Yeah. And once I've got 4 odd customers, that product's paid for. So it's constantly going out, but it's still there. So I don't have to buy stock. I don't have to have a premises. And I know I've got a superior product, far superior to what's available in the marketplace today, because everything we have is AI induced, and yet it's at a lower price point. So what could be better? So anybody looking at any form of opportunity or business needs to take a closer look at this, because this could change your life. Now, we have guys that have been in for 4 or 5 years, and we are just reached the point where we can now start to earn apples, income, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So now is the time for everybody else to get in, for everybody else to take a closer look at this and go, I get it. Yeah, this is cool. I want part of that. And some of these guys that are going to come in from now on will earn far more than we do, because they see the opportunity and go, I can take advantage of this. I know how to share the opportunity, and that's all it is. It's sharing something. So yeah, that's why for me this is the be all and end all of buying a business. Originally I wanted to boost my business, but seeing or understanding the vision, you go, why would I need to do that? I've got one. This is it. So back to you, Comfort.
Sure, Andy. Thank you. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. This is just what we want to hear, because if you are watching us here, either now live or maybe later on, try to have a look, because what we're sharing here is life-changing. If you thought that you lost it all, here's an opportunity to dream again. So have a look. We have links all over on the comment section on YouTube, on Facebook, or if someone is talking to you about ONPASSIVE, go back and listen to them. Get a link and sign in. Try the free product. So Gideon, I would like you to, from your own angle, I know that back home, one of the issues or the serious issues we have is the fact that parents have to go through a lot to sponsor children in school. And here's an opportunity where, as a student like our brother Aaron is, he can do business and stuff and all of those, but not everybody can do that much back home. But then here is ONPASSIVE. Can you pitch ONPASSIVE to students back home? Let them know how this can help them to help mom and dad not to be a burden to them. Gideon.
Of course. Unpassive is is a business that anyone can do. In as much as you are an adult, depending on the country, you are up to 16 or 18 years of age, you can run a business, you can have an unpassive business. Yeah, what is an unpassive business? Just for you to sign up in unpassive, and it's free of charge. You don't have to pay anything to come into unpassive. So when you come into unpassive, you are already in. That is when you need to make a commitment. And this commitment is something that's not going to break your pocket or break your bank account. It's just a token to get your first product, which is out there. And once you get this first product, the company takes it up from there for you. They will do all the marketing, they will do all the sales, they will close all the sales, and they will make all the money and give you all the commission that is due to you. And these commissions are mind blowing. Of course, that's not what we're going to talk about right now, but the very first thing will be for you to get in. So we're talking about dreaming again. Some people, usually in the area where I am, um, basic education is usually a primary and secondary education, which probably stops around between age 15 to 18. So at that point, someone is left to decide usually based on the powers of the parents, financial powers of the parents, whether I will go to college, university, or not, or I go learn a trade, or any of those kind of things. Some people, due to their own will, maybe they have a very strong will, they want to go do odd jobs, maybe do concrete work, do some kind of work to be able to send themselves to college. It's very hard. I know someone who did that, and it's very, very, very hard. But some people do that. But gone are those days. You don't have to break your back to to send yourself to school, or your parents don't have to break their backs to send you to school. Why? Because of unpassive. So just a token that you can get and get your first product, that is, get your business running on unpassive. Everything else is done. You can just give it a few months and then you start seeing massive commission coming back to you. And you can use this to set up whatever you want to set up. Maybe go to school, just do any other thing. Basically, go to school because will you go to school? Because money at a point will no longer be a problem. So I'm not even going to advise you to go look for another business to do or learn a trade. Those things may be fine, but not for the purpose of money, because money is going to come in numbers that you would have to be able to manage. I want to put it that way. You will have to do some work to be able to manage the money that's going to come in. I wouldn't want to say it will overwhelm you, but you have to be on your toes to manage what is going to come in from ONPASSIVE. So why not? Why
Right.
not start that way? Very simple. Get in, put in something, very little thing that you can put in, and then it takes it off from there. Andy has already explained that you don't need to do any selling. You have those things in your shop, but you're not going to do day-to-day selling, marketing, advertising, or any of those kind of things. That unpassive is the one that will do everything for you, and then the commission comes in form of money that you can withdraw, make use of, and then do the rest of what you can school as far as you want, get to any level you want to get to, and even as time goes on, in a very short while, we will have our own online learning platform, Academy, and then you are in my village or in somewhere in Africa, in the other part of the world, you don't need to move. You don't need to go to UK or any of those countries to do your studies. You can be at home with just internet connection, and being in non-passive, you can do any kind of education. You can get any kind of education that you want. So who wouldn't want that? All those things that we have been struggling, all those things that we've been fighting to do over the years, that we have during the time we are trying to do them, we have lost so much trying to do that. Uh, just for the sake of news, someone told me someone was shot today or somewhere, maybe recently in a foreign country. The person has been there probably to get education, to get a better life and all that. Such a thing may not happen if the person is at home. So by the time we are in non-passive, we're having everything we want, we need to have. We don't need to go anywhere. Just you're going somewhere maybe because of fun or any of those kind of things. You enjoy your life. You enjoy what you have life will really become something that we never thought it would be. That dream, you can have that capacity to dream again. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to travel to? Where do you want to get to? Not just because you want to go there to change to become a better person or to live a better life, because you can actually live a better life anywhere you are because you have everything you need. And all those things you need will come to you from ONPASSIVE. So who wouldn't
Yes.
want that? Of course, I will want that for myself. And I wish anyone listening to me will also want that.
Exactly. So on this note, guys, we are calling on parents, aunties, and uncles. Do not pay school fees. Just get an account and empower our young people to learn how to be responsible. Here is the opportunity. So before Gideon left, Aaron, he talked about enjoyment and all of those. And yes, that's one of the things you said. So you will be making your last contribution here. So by telling us last time, you told me that one of the things you plan to be is you want to be a chopper. So back home, when somebody says, I don't know about you, Andy, that when somebody says they want to be a chopper, it means they want to enjoy life. So it's the first time for me meeting someone on ONPASSIVE actually planning to give themselves a treat. So what do you think? What special thing do you have to offer yourself when we're ready, Gideon and Aaron?
The first thing I'll wish to give myself is first my parents. I'll have to build them a beautiful home. With that, I think I'll have achieved everything in life. Then the rest will all definitely flow. Empower people. A lot of people have been asking me for quite some employment. Then I'll employ them and become bakers, and we get to make people happy. Yeah, around the world right now, not just in Kenya, but
Yes.
globally. Yeah.
Indeed, indeed, on passive can take it, can make it international even before you know it. So it's not impossible. This is on passive we're talking about. So Andy, your last remark, please. And if you can, please, Andy, kindly pitch on passive to students. That's where we are right now. Aaron is a
Students,
student.
oh my word! If I could go back and be a student again, and start again, and the thing is, when you've got every. I hope. Well, I've certainly got kids, and they never listen to the parents, never. And if I could teach my son one thing, get engaged with what's going on with OnPassive, because that is your financial freedom right there. If you understand what's going on and how things work, that is financial freedom. Now, any student watching this today, register for free, as Gideon said. Take a look around, and when you're ready, get involved. But become an affiliate, because that means you're going to start seeing customers fall into the customer base before you've even started. You're not going to be able to draw any commission out, admittedly, because you have to be able to buy something in order to be able to resell it. But this is an opportunity that you're never going to get again. This is the first one I've seen in my lifetime, and it will certainly be the last. Thanks, Comfort.
Sure, thanks. Thank you, Andy. So students, reach out to us. There are links all over the place. Check in the comment section. We run on 7 YouTube channels, one of them being Andy's. So just have a look there and then check on Facebook. If someone too is talking to you about OnPassive, listen, ask us questions in the comment section. We are here and we are happy to help and to empower you. So thank you once again, team. Thank you guys for joining us and see you soon. Bye. Thank you.